Deniz'e you, Takai'se you, Sky'se. I am Namoks. I am the highest chief of the Taiyu clan, the Beaver clan of the Wet'suwet'en. The Lixilio have asked me on their behalf to come forward and welcome you to their territory. The Wet'suwet'en territory is 22,000 square kilometers of unceded, non-treaty, undefeated lands. To our east, the boundary is the Sheraton Overpass. To the west, it is Porphyry Creek. It is to the other side of the Utsa Lakes, and it goes to the Babine Range. In the territory of the Wet'suwet'en, we do not allow pipelines. April 20th of this year, as Namoks, as the highest chief of the Taiyu, I banned all pipelines on Wet'suwet'en territory. In that feast, in our place of worship, our place of governance, our feast hall, the other four clans stood up in support, and each one of those clans will make that same declaration in their feast. The laws that we make rely on the laws that have been there for thousands of years. The laws that we live by today have been there for thousands of years. Canada itself is just a small drop in the bucket. When you have an elected leader, such as Prime Minister Harper, your Prime Minister, not mine. I am a Prime Minister. I am one of 13 Prime Ministers of the nation of the Wet'suwet'en. I am not elected. The name I carry is thousands of years old. I carry a name that has been there, has been established, has land, has territory, has authority over and above Canada. When I, as a human, pass on to the other world, another person will take this name and carry it on the way that I carry it today. Next month, through Pat Moss, she gave me a call. We have an opportunity to speak to the Premier. Again, your Premier, not my Premier. I have Premiers. They're called Wing Chiefs. She's not a Wing Chief. We'll have an opportunity to repeat to her what I repeated 4 times in the past to the investors of Enbridge at their AGM, Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto, that they are not welcome on our land. Their investment that they are making in pipelines is a waste of money, because that money will sit there and it will rot, and it will never be put to the use that they want it to be. The Wet'suwet'en have never given them their authority to come on the land. Less than a month ago, they had the audacity to come into Smithers and speak to the mayor and council. So the mayor and council informed the Wet'suwet'en, so the hereditary chiefs, we went there to address them. They said we're there to ask questions. We're not there to ask questions. We're there to tell them. And we told them exactly what we're saying today. No. English is a funny language to us. When you say a word, it can be misconstrued in many ways. But no is a very simple word. One noun, one vowel. No. When we say no, it means no. My little grandchild understood it. It was one of the first words he understood. And here we have a corporation that can't understand this word. I had an opportunity with 5,000 of our friends to shut down Bay Street last year. When we shut down Bay Street, we told them that it is Canada who doesn't want this. It is British Columbia who doesn't want this. And it's only elected officials and a heartless, soulless corporation that wants this. The only time we ever want them to come onto our territory is to see how beautiful it is, and then they can leave, because they are not welcome. Last year I also had an opportunity to join our friends of the Yinka Dene Alliance. In our language we say Yinkatene, people of the land. We went across Canada on that train. They put undercover police on board. They put CSIS on board. When we asked them if they did when we got to Toronto, they denied it. But the next day, front page, Toronto Sun, they admitted they had. And it was so easy to pick them out. We're on a train. How could we not pick them out? We just asked them to join us for a meal, have a discussion. Let's talk about this. Let's talk more than what your government is telling you. We're talking from the heart. We're talking from the soul. This corporation doesn't have it. Speak to us. Let's share a meal. They actually stayed in the back of the train and only walked through to look at us. We weren't there threatening. We sang songs across Canada. We drummed and sang, and people across Canada joined us. We did whistle stops. Middle of the night, hundreds of people would show up on the side of the railroad tracks to welcome us, to sing, to drum. The farther we went east, the more support we got, because they understand what we're going through. They understand that the democracy of Canada is at stake. You cannot have a government telling free people what to do. When you have a government telling people what to do, that's not a democracy. I'm the son of a Second World War veteran. He was overseas for 7 years so that we have freedom and democracy. Now we have an elected prime minister who's removing that from you. Each of you, day by day, is losing your rights to speak. Today I ask you to raise your voices. Join us, join our heart, join our blood, protect our water, protect our land, protect our sky, and protect your freedom. When we say no to Enbridge, when we ban pipelines, we do that on your behalf. We do it for our grandchildren and your grandchildren, so that when they have grandchildren, they can talk about, look how beautiful it is now. We don't want them to say, I remember when it was beautiful. It should be today, and every day is beautiful. You have a right to speak. You have a voice. Use your voice. Stand with us. Protect this beautiful place. Nasai, Nasai Kyo.